size, roughly it could be almost like 20 meters. And you can see some parts of the statues there, and all of those was leftovers found, unfortunately. And you can see how many different technique of the writing was added. One, and this is totally different technique, and the writings on that statue is totally different as well. You can see this one.
So these hieroglyphs have been all added on a different time. And when this was first built, there was no hieroglyphs on it at all.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. This is why most of them carrying the name of Ramses. I thought the same thing till she changed it so much.
Oh, it's not like that.
Okay, this is called Egyptian alabaster, but it's actually travertine. And the difference between travertine and alabaster is this was formed in a hot spring. So, and it is calcite, not gypsum. Alabaster is formed in much cooler waters. They're kind of muds and things. And there's a relationship between the two, so you can have sort of the two of them existing together. But this is a travertine. And why that's important and why I usually harp on people about this is if you call it by the wrong name, if you call it a gypsum, you're negating the magic of what this rock can do. The calcite has a vibrational quality to it that gypsum does not have. So I've seen two of these big chunks in Egypt, this one here, and there's another one at Abu Jarab, and they use them as big shrine platform type things. They're special. They're not made for just insignificant things. And I don't mean that the alabaster is used for insignificant things, but it's being meant for other things, like the Noptic jars and things like that. These are special. These are very special. And when we go over to the Open Air Museum, you'll see a building made out of it. And I don't know whether they took one of these pieces and started carving it up to make the building, but the building is just amazingly resonant. We've had on several of our trips some opera singers with us, and oh my goodness, it's just quite amazing hearing somebody sing in there. It just vibrates through you. But this piece is kind of interesting because the way travertine grows is as the hot waters come up, it grows in these big fluffy pillow type things with the crusted tops. This piece is upside down. So they brought it from somewhere, and we don't know if it was here originally, but when we go down by where the reflecting pool is, there's a couple of sites along there that have a lot more of the remnants of the travertine, and I've never really got to explore them, so I'm hoping we have maybe enough time to go and see those when we're down there, because I think there's just a bigger and older tale here. And don't forget, when we're here, this was built in multiple generations. There is stuff built underneath here that we're not privy to. You know, it's just been renovated to galore. And even when we go to the Open Air Museum, those buildings were not there until they put them, and that was in the more recent times. But this is really cool, and like I said, I don't think you should mistake these for the alabaster. I think these are way more special than an alabaster, and they should be treated like a travertine.
Illustrate on how they find out.
It's very simple, except we just can't do it here. But with travertine, I mean, you see the big floating rows, especially when you see the whole building done in the Open Air Museum. I mean, it's just clear as the nose at your face. These big, puffy travertine rows. They're just beautiful. And if you think of either globally or for the Americans here, Matthew Hot Springs, that's how these things are growing. And if you take it from a meteor of hot waters, that in itself makes it more special than something that's just cooled and formed in a cold mud. So these are special. These, and for the size of these things that are left around, and like I said, I've only seen two of them, they indicate that they are special. It's okay.
I learned something there. Wow. It totally does. It looks like alabaster. Wow.
Well, I mean, and every granite looks the same, but there's 600
But they're
different
so
types.
different. Yeah. That's so cool.
So, to the left-hand side, you can see the irrigation system. That was trees or flowers in front of each fence or ramp. Part of the history. So now we can see Medici, they are a famous Italian family. Wow. So they were here actually. And those are usually important to us. How was the sand inside the temple, the measuring of the mud? So after 200 AD, no one actually goes inside the temple to store it and to clean it. So the time is to flat bring the sand and the mud inside. So with the time it goes like more than 20 meters or 25 meters. Okay. The pylon, it is from the late period. King called Nectanebo, he is not that famous king. He added the pylon and the massive enclosure wall, the mud brick wall surrounding the temple. The king died, so no one continued his work. It is unfinished. Usually they're gonna put plaster and then they dedicated how was the king's great and he beat his enemies, his titles, but it's never done. We are lucky actually, because even the mud bricks behind you, it is original. Just gives us an idea how they can transfer very big, heavy stones to the 35 meters high. Usually, they're gonna make the foundation almost 5 meters down, and then they start to build the temple, the pylon, 2 meters high, and then they need to cover around mud brick and sand like a ramp. So they are able to push the stones and go higher. So as long as you go high, the ramps go longer. You catch it? So they usually use the human or the animal power. The reliefs inside the temples, usually show us the king. To know the release of the king, usually he got a straight beard. He's a live one. But inside his tomb, he's gonna join the god Osiris, so he will have curving beard. And then the god or the goddess in front. This is Mut. Her name means the mother. She's usually a woman with the double crown. She's touching the hand of the king and giving him the key of life. The name of the king was Seti II. Okay, please. She did those 3 shrines for the Holy Trident Luxor. So before the god Amon will leave from Karnak, he must come to that room. Usually it's going to be a block of stone in the middle and the boat of the god on it. And it was roofed. Colorful too, because we got remains of the colors here. And the king himself will come inside. So to burn the incense, you can see it direct to the wall. Make this kind of offering in front of the boat of the god Amon, which ending and start with the ram and sun disk. And behind, please just take one step. It's the cemetery. It's the same one, but that one is a little bit big. We have the king's city in front of the Holy Tribe. Amon, the human figure with 2 big feathers, his wife Mut, and the son Kensu, the moon god. Look at the sign the king catch. A woman with the feather above her head. It is usually the symbol of justice and truth. She is mad. And if the king he do such offering like that, so he promised the gods that he's going to be fair. So it is the balance of the universe that you have a great king, fair king. The 3 niches had the 3 statues. Now they transferred it to Luxor Museum. Yeah. Okay.
Diorite versus granite.
So as you can see in that in this side, you can see how many layers of techniques extracting the stones from the granite. Bigger pieces, some chiseling, some of the pieces fade away and doesn't fall correctly as they want. These are the pounders that the archaeologists saying that they used to use. A diorite pounder. It's a little bit effective on stone, but not fast or not working to make a hole like the one we saw, or to make the two marks that we are going to see near the obelisk. This one, no. When you come closer, it have some.
Yeah.
This one, it fit one person more, but this one, impossible. So the archaeologists, that this is the way that they get the stones out. The wood idea. But we saw that in the Giza, Saqqara, and all of the places that it's already built by the Test. Right. So I can see the layers. Exactly like we do now. We want the piece to see how the core or how good is it. You make a engraving to see from the piece that you take out or from the hole itself.
All Lori's fault. All for the gram.
It's very
Everything
hard
for the gram.
to be down there pounding. Yeah, it's kind of not the most solid one. Still solid.
I need though to see a flake. So I think they were trying to get down and find the good stuff, and they just were hitting the mark here. But you know,
She's talking about a statue that was unfinished in Easter Island, just laying on the ground. And it's still, it's still not taken out. It's carved. The face is carved.
Yeah.
The body, the shoulders are carved, but it's not been taken out of the ground like this. It's huge. It's absolutely.
It is, it's gigantic.
Where is it?
I've seen photos
Easter
of it.
Island.
Easter Island.
Yeah, it's mega. It's
the granite on granite.
Isn't these places very beautiful?
Ethiopia.
Yeah, unfinished. And it's also very interesting. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, that's on my list. And Easter Island.
Think I should start now.
To those places.
ما انا دخلت فيه تمام ازاي ما دخلت فيه بس هو عارف انه هو اكتر حاجه ده جنب بقى او جنب الشمال
Greeting the sun every morning, and they are the sign of the god Chot. Down is a lake. You see his family. Between his legs is one side here, though. This is his daughter, and he just add the big statues, female statues, one for his wife, Nefertari. Her name means the most beautiful lady, and one for his mother.
Now that I know there's some in there, I gotta see. Yeah, it's massive, isn't it?
First time here, how carefully?
So excited. I have a great love of Nefertari, so yes.
It's beautiful.